First of all, welcome to Seoul.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, especially these days, new President Park emphasized your theme, the creative economy. So many people want to see you these days. Anyway, you wrote the book Creative Economy. I read your book edited in 2007. Do you have any motivation to write that book?
I started out, I was asked to write a book on computers and information and networking. And I felt that was somehow too limited. I felt it was missing out what people do when they use data and information. They manipulate it. They use it in new ways. And I began to focus on the creative uses of the imagination. So instead of writing another book on information, there are lots of those already, I wrote a book on creativity and the uses of the imagination, and I called it The Creative Economy.
In Korea, our economy needs change the structure from the manufacturing-oriented economic structure toward more service or culture-oriented economic structure.
Yes.
That's why the new President Park emphasized creative economy. In that area, 2001, your economy had that kind of any relationship with the creative economy?
Well, it's part of the move from manufacturing to services to experiences. It's part of that move. But the creative economy is really best understood as an economy based on individuals and individual use of the imagination, which can be then applied to innovation, can be applied to art, can be applied to agriculture, can be applied to manufacturing.
Yeah.
So you could look at it as a phase, if you like, from agriculture, manufacturing, services, creativity, as a linear development of most economies. I don't see it like that. I see it as an attitude, a way of life, a way of thinking, a way of working that can be applied to any other economic activity, whether it's manufacturing and agriculture.
In Korea, usually the big business is very strong. They have lots of money and people and lawyer, many people. But the creative people is rather weak. They don't have money, people, no consultant. So during the bargaining process, usually the big business take great pie of the compensation. So these days our creative people is complaining every day. This kind of system should be changed by the intervention of the government.
Well, it might be similar to our TV situation where we did balance the terms of trade between the independent producer and the broadcaster, which was restricted. That was a particular example, and that might be relevant here. It might be relevant here. In general, government should not get involved in commercial negotiation. In general, they should not. They never did in America. They never did in Britain or France or Germany, and I think it would be unlikely to succeed here.
Our educational system is rather depressing the creative talent. To enter good university, we need to high score in some normative examinations. If some student raise some imaginative questions or imaginative curiosity, then they might get low grade or kicked out of the school. That sort of problem was same in your country?
Education is a problem in almost every country at the moment. We in Europe, in the UK, where I was educated, we do put more emphasis on the children asking questions and doing their own work and taking responsibility for their own work. I don't think any country's got it right. My own feeling is that education, in a funny way, is becoming less important. And learning is what individuals do when they want to do it at any stage of their life. So instead of going to school and university and then you stop learning and you do a job, now you go to education, you go to school, you go to university, and it's helpful, and you have fun, and you meet friends, and you learn how to socialize. And then you get a job, and then the learning really starts.
I suggested the flexibility is important for those new ideas and the activities related to the new idea. But to be flexible, government rather is good for the government to intervene very little. So give them the free right to choose their own idea decision. But Korean regulation system was established during 1960s and 70s. That days, government gave business lots of incentives, protect them. So the regulation is very rigid in Korean economy, and as a result, economic order is not very flexible.
Well, this is a difficult one because your economy has flourished under that system in the last 50, 60 years. You've done very well. So it's hard to say that it doesn't work, or it's hard to say that it should be changed. But I can see that if you're moving in a world where technology is changing very rapidly, where individual needs for searching, sharing, learning, mixing, copying are changing very rapidly. When the new economy worldwide needs new kinds of company organizations,